Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and we are underway from Cincinnati. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready? Mike 57. Hey, let's get this. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. 22, check, over. 22, check, run. 57's the mic. Oh, 57's the mic. Here we go. 57's the mic. Watch 57. It's coming this way. Wait.
Now Taylor on first down. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, let's go. Check 26, check 26.
Now Taylor steps away to his left. And he will not throw it away. play. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get out the field, defense. Kill, kill, kill. Switch, switch, switch. Go.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 28. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Ready to go. March 49. March 49. I'm coming for you. You mine. Jim. Rock it. Let's go.
Back to throw again. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Give him 2 on the run. They need a lot more than that coming up here on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
That's complete to John Ross. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the second team, but a good start for the first unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the preseason. Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the first drive?
Here we go. Here we go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Travis Benjamin, 79 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Chargers 7, Bengals 3. Mike Badgley will kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Check 43. Go out. Out. Hey, alert 3. Back. Go.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Ooh, with a juke. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check 52 to Mike. Watch the screen. Ready? Now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Bengals first down.
Got it.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
He's not going to get me. 61. Matchbox lights. Switch. Share. Watch twitch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Bengals 3.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A draw play for Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 11-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and 12, Taylor, he's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
36.
Now Taylor under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Andrew Billings, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it, and the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
Third and long, it's Taylor. Open man, it's Allen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
57, come on. We ain't giving him nothing to
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch twins. Watch 22. Jet Bomber. 22. Jet Bomber.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready up. Watch 57. I know he ain't got it. Single, 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 single. Watch 88. Watch 88. Tight end to the right, boys.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Wide open receiver complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Going the other way.
A Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey,
General West.
Under 10. 10. Check 52. Check the
Cut. Leaf River.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Watch the run. They're running it. Rush in.
Ready.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Here we go.
Yes. Go.
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now Benjamin. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Taylor hit. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
2 times. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I got you, boy. No.
Now Anderson running right. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Watch the twist.
Here we go, can. Protein spill.
They run it again with Anderson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
First try for the right arm of Dalton here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Wild Slam.
They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike 55. Watch the screen.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go.
Again, here's Bernard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run Anderson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
2 by 2. Move. 5.
And now to the air. Dalton to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Watch the safety creep. Whip. Watch
Heavy. It's hot!
Anderson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That one good for 33 and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Set hot. 55.
2nd and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 45 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
We taking wins home.
Take it. Mike check 33. Exit.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Motion. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Andy Dalton now 4 or 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. So Dalton now. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
We want it. Come to my work. Fight this.
Smooth. Mike 55. Check.
Now Dalton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
It's on field.
Heavy.
Slam.
2-by-2. Move. Recon. 132 fighter.
No.
Here's Dalton. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
The Charger drive about to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big pickup of 38.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 30 general.
Now Wadley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
66. Bullet ride.
They run again with Wadley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Nice 7, let's go.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
throw now on first down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Fights through and now a crease. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
61, matchbox, light. Ready, go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
You go. Ready, go. Twist. Shift. Ready.
They run here with Wadley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ready. What happened?
He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Set, go. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Steven Anderson there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start, as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Pilot 64, weak. Ready. Run.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Complete to his tight end Sample. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.